Welcome, everyone. It is Monday night, and you know what that means? Jabo's back on the OG hour. Maybe not the hour. I think we were 8 to 10 back then. But you got Mark, you got Keisha. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, on Facebook. Keisha, how's it going?
Hey, slow motion today, y'all. Slow motion. And happy day after Super Bowl Monday hangover day.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
And man, what a game. I can't wait to talk about it, you guys. So much to talk about, from the halftime show to the commercials and everything. So, Mark, we might as well just go ahead and get it started, yo. Let's just start from the top.
All right.
Anthems. Cheryl Lee Ralph with the National Black Anthem. I mean, who's having a better time than her right now? I mean, she's out here winning awards, making appearances at the Super Bowl, looking fabulous the whole entire time. Man, I really enjoyed that. Big shout out to Babyface. He did America the Beautiful. His rendition was nice. We all know that's a old school throwback R&B legend. It was good to hear from him. And you know, I gotta tell you, Mark, the national anthem sung by, what was that, Chris Stapleton?
Chris Stapleton, yeah.
Man, I enjoyed that too, yo. I mean, the whole thing was pretty dope.
Yeah. A little bit different too, you know. Just
yeah. Real chill.
A good
vibe.
Real
chill.
Yeah,
no doubt. And then they capped the whole thing off with the all woman flyover, first time ever, with the Super Bowl, which was in your hometown, right? Your home area.
Home state, yeah, Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona, man, and I love it out there, yo. I really do. I went there, I don't know, maybe about 5-6 years ago. To hike the Grand Canyon, and I really enjoyed myself out there. Big love for Arizona.
I was thinking about it. Arizona tends to bring some really good Super Bowls whenever it's out there.
Yeah. I think they what was the one they were talking about? They were making a comparison between this Super Bowl and the last one. Was that Kurt Warner?
Nah.
Okay. Hey man, I can't remember who the last Super Bowl game that was out there, but they make big comparisons between the two.
I want to say it was like 7 years ago, so whoever that would have been. Super Bowl 50? Was 50 there? 49? Something like that.
Was that recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they had I think the like 2008, 2009 Eli versus Brady was out there.
Okay, maybe that was the one they were talking about. Okay. Yeah, no doubt. Keeping it moving, let's go to, man, the game itself. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Or you want to do what you want to do next? You want to do the game, the commercials, or the performance?
I have a feeling the game and the commercials we can kind of glance over pretty quickly. Well, maybe not the game so much, but yeah. I think the commercials, there wasn't really a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, man, I gotta say this year I really wasn't impressed too much with the commercials. And I mean, some of the ones that really stood out for me, the Clueless joint.
Yeah.
That was nice. You know, Alicia Silverstone, she's another throwback sweetheart. Still looking good. I mean, she had a little work done and stuff, but you know, it was looking alright. And the redhead, I forget what her name is, man. It was cool to see her too. But what commercial stood out for you?
See, my only problem was like the Clueless one and the T-Mobile one with John Travolta. It was like,
oh man, I like that one too.
Those were cool, but those were in rotation on YouTube for like the last week, maybe. Like,
are you serious?
They're releasing all their stuff early. It's crap.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, right. The Mayan Yas kind of, like, people were saying it's a dud, but I kind of liked it. Like,
which one? I'm sorry, which one was
it? The M&M's, the Mayan Yas.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. I did like that.
Remember, like, everyone lost their minds when M&M said that the candies weren't going to be the spokespeople anymore. It was going to be Maya Rudolph. And some people speculated then this is for a Super Bowl, and sure enough, it came out to be true.
Right.
And the spokes candies are back, so It told its story. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
I like that Snoop Dogg Skechers one too. that was
that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Let's talk about let's give DC some love.
Oh yeah.
All right, and what was that? Was gosh, what movie was that? It wasn't Flash.
The
it
Flash.
was
Oh yeah.
The Flash. Okay, all right, yeah, the Flash. We talked a little bit about DC and popular opinion is that between Marvel and DC, Marvel reigns supreme, but they are desperately trying to get back in the mix, and I think they did a pretty good job with that Flash trailer, yo. I mean, we were just talking last week about who Batman really is, man, and to have that Michael Keaton appearance, that was major.
Oh yeah. And there's rumors that popped up last week that another former Batman might be popping into the movie as well. So
oh shit, break out Jack Nicholson, dog.
Interesting stuff going on.
Gotta break out Jack Nicholson.
But one thing I didn't like about the trailers too much was like they do like a 30-second clip and then say watch the full trailer online. Like remember back in the day, like when Independence Day had their Superman trailer, it was the whole damn trailer.
Full joint, yeah.
I miss that.
Hell yeah.
That Indiana Jones trailer was looking pretty good too, though.
Oh yes. Man, I mean it's like, yo, all of the old heads was coming out the woodwork saying that we still here. I'm all for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm all for it. And who doesn't like Harrison Ford? Come on, man. Gotta put him up there with Michael Keaton, dog.
Yeah. What was the other one? Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That joint looked good.
Yeah. Marvel had to come through and combat DC, so they had to make their little statement too. Those are pretty good. But I mean, they all in all, the commercials, they was alright, but it was just alright. I think I remember texting during the game, like, man, I'm not really too impressed with these commercials. Like, I wasn't really like falling out or having OMG moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad like what was there brought some humor back, because there were some years there that was like really super heavy, serious shit going on in those commercials. It's like, thank God we're not like driving ourselves to drink over these commercials, but like I don't know, some more ingenuity or something, and stop releasing this shit online first. Like, let us see it at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, make everybody wait. It's better.
Yeah,
and that's for all of you junior outsiders out there. It's always better to wait. Alright, man, let's go ahead and talk about this game, yo. Alright, so we had the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, we had Patrick Mahomes with the Kerry Strug ankle going on. I mean, lots of drama pre-game. I feel like, when it came to picking, as far as everybody is concerned, general consensus that it was damn near 50-50. It might have been a slight edge for Kansas City, but, and as the line indicated, I mean, it ended at 1.5 points, favor of the Eagles.
Don't go telling Travis Kelce that.
Oh, God. What? we'll get to that. But, I mean, 1 point, 1.5 point, basically, to me, that's like pick 'em. So we knew this was going to be a close game.
Oh, yeah.
But I do not think that we knew we were going to be in for the treat that everybody had last night. I mean, I gotta say, Mark, like, honestly, I feel like that was one of the best Super Bowls most exciting Super Bowls that I've ever watched in my lifetime, yo.
Oh, yeah. You love when it's competitive, when they're scoring, when it goes down to, like, the last couple minutes. Excellent. Like, for 58 minutes, amazing game.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Let's be honest here. The vast majority of us did not have a dog in the fight because there's only 2 teams left.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you are, watching this game and on the edge of your seat, going through all of the motions, and you're not even fully invested in one of the other teams, that game was good.
Oh, yeah.
That game was good. And, when the game started off, it started off a little shaky. I mean, we had the the field goal that hit the goal post. We had Jalen Hurts with the fumble. So I mean, it was kind of like all over the place, and you really didn't get a feel of who had the momentum in the first quarter. And then the second quarter comes around, and then the Eagles took hold of the game, took control of the game. I mean, big shout out to Jalen Hurts because that first half was absolutely. I mean, he was great the whole game, but the first half was really spectacular. I mean, he literally was putting the team on his back at times and making plays and willing his way to take a 10-point lead at the half.
3 rushing touchdowns, man. Like that's impressive.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I mean, and then towards the end of the towards the end of the second, towards the end of the second quarter, Patrick Mahomes, he gets injured, and I'm texting you. I'm like, man, I'm feeling pretty good about my parlay. I feel like I'm in the driver's seat. Philadelphia Eagles is up at 10 at halftime. I mean, a lot of us who picked the Eagles, we were feeling really good. It was looking really good.
Okay, I got a question for you right there.
Sure.
And I hate to do your girl wrong like this, but if it wasn't the Super Bowl, if it was a regular game, 13-minute halftime instead of 29 minutes, would Mahomes have had that miraculous comeback as he did? His ankle?
Hell no, we would have been seeing Chad Henne. I mean, honestly, at halftime, who was it? Jimmy Johnson? Jimmy Johnson was screaming for Chad Henne. We might see Chad Henne. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not going to happen. And I'm like, okay, Super Bowl halftime show, my girl is going out there. She's going to be doing the damn thing. They say usually halftime is about, 13, 14 minutes. Super Bowl goes about 29 to 30 minutes. It actually went 35 minutes. I knew that they were going to doctor his ass up somehow to get him back out. I don't know what they shot that ankle up with, what they gave him, but I knew his ass was going to go back out there in that second half.
Yeah.
But I can't. The way that he went down and the way that he was all like, squirming and oh my God, and on the sideline, I'd be wondering, like, dude, was that an act? Because I mean, a big shout out to Spagnuolo, Andy Reid, the whole entire coaching staff, because they went in at halftime, made some serious adjustments, and Patrick Mahomes went out there like nothing was wrong with the ankle, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he was running out there. I mean, that one run, what did he get, like 25, 30 yards?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like insane. I was like, oh man, ain't nothing wrong with this dude. Or they shot it up with some real good stuff and he was feeling like no pain. I mean, it's one or the other.
Yeah, I think that athlete mentality of don't show him that you're hurt, because like he stood up and he winced, and you could tell there was like a little bit of a limp, but he stopped it. So I don't know. He put that hair in his chest, puffed up his shoulders, and went out there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta give a big shout out to Patrick Mahomes, man. He was flawless in the second half. I mean, when it's all said and done, when he retires, this will be a major benchmark in his career.
Oh yeah.
Because not only did they come back, I mean, they put the Eagles in a chokehold all the way down to the last minutes.
Yeah.
And and after the game, I was thinking to myself and everything, and of course, everybody's agonizing over their losses, right? And I got to thinking, Mark, Philadelphia Eagles, they were so good this season. It's so good, especially on offense and at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
They made you forget that this is a young guy that is going to the Super Bowl for the first time.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is it, to win it in that type of situation is very hard to do. Doubly hard when you're going up against Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because they're there. I mean, they've been to That's their third Super Bowl in 4 years. Their
Yeah.
second win. Yeah.
All the experience, all the veteran leadership and the intangibles that we talk about constantly here on Jabo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I mean, they basically did the damn thing. I mean, I know that there are no moral victories, but honestly, City of Philadelphia and the team, you have no reason to hold your head. And honestly, I stand by it. Philadelphia Eagles are the future. You know, they are in a position to get the NFC in a headlock for the next couple of years. I mean, I know we are dealing with quarterback carousels and all these possibilities right now, but I mean, that team going to the Super Bowl this season will give them all the experience, all the lessons that they needed to learn, and it'll work to their advantage come next year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with free agency, like who they lose, who they put on. But if they can keep that core, man, and they have one hell of an offensive line, that's something like we felt pains of not having a good O-line. If they can keep that O-line together with Jalen Hurts, man, there's nothing they can't do in the next 5-6 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I gotta say this, man, I gotta give Kansas City their props because, you know, last week we talked and, you know, I said things about their offensive weapons and lack thereof, you know, and they basically shut me down, and I stand corrected, man. Big shout out to what's the running back's name? Pacheco,
yeah.
And he's rookie too, right?
I believe so.
I believe so. But he was playing out there like a veteran, man. He was running out there like Jamal Lewis, for real. I mean, they really, and like I said previously, they did what they needed to do in the second half, and that's the biggest thing, like making adjustments.
Yeah.
You know, I remember me, because I had me a couple of drinks last night. I was partying hard, just like everybody else. I remember me screaming at one point, I hope the Ravens are taking notes. You know, I mean, the coaching in the second half was just really phenomenal, and I was really impressed.
John Champion's on the feed. He says defense went to sleep during that long ass halftime show.
I don't know. It might have been a Rihanna trance like the rest of us, or maybe they was Googling if she was pregnant like all of America was doing last night. We might as well just go ahead and get into that. Big shout out to Kansas City. Congratulations. Let's talk about the performance. Now, quick little thing about the halftime show. I don't know if we've ever discussed this previously on Just a Bit Outside, but Mark, do you know how the halftime show as it is right now came to be?
You know, it's interesting. Actually, Reese, for some reason, a couple weeks ago, he turns on this YouTube video that's like ranking halftime shows.
Yeah.
And they go back to like as far as like the mid to late 80s when the halftime shows were not anything to write home about.
Yes.
And it was really cool, like seeing it year by year and the progression of how it became. And really, like MJ is the first one to do that huge musical performance. And,
Thank you. Yes, thank you for throwing me the alley. I'm gonna dunk this joint home. Outsiders. I did not know this, but in 1992, Fox decided instead. Okay, so let me just say, before 1992, it used to be marching bands. I don't even know whose marching band it was. Maybe the professional teams have marching bands like the Ravens.
I don't think many do, if at all, other than the Ravens. Quick piece of trivia: I've known this for years. At the very, very first Super Bowl, the marching band that performed at halftime, the University of Arizona marching band.
Okay, so maybe it was like a lot of college organizations.
Pride of Arizona.
But what I do know is people was marching and they was out there playing instruments and whatnot, and it looked very much like some college stuff. All right, so in 1992, Fox decides to let Keenan Ivory Wayans and In Living Color air their episode during the halftime show. First time that it was ever done.
I remember that. Hell yeah.
Do you? I don't. I got after the show. I know. I'm so. Yep. Please, y'all, don't revoke my black card. But I gotta look that joint up. But apparently, they let them do the show. It was such a huge hit. They never went back to the old format again. Very next Super Bowl, who did they have? As Mark said earlier, Michael Jackson, who pretty much did. I mean, he's got to be like, if not top 3, top 5 Super Bowl performances of all time. I mean, they followed up in Living Color with the King of Pop, and from there the rest of it is history. I mean, we get all of the great things that we saw, like last night with Rihanna.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk about Rihanna as I choke back my tears. First time on stage, I believe, in like 5 years. It was done through Apple Music. Rock Nation was in the building. Jay-Z, Blue Ivy, all the fun people. Okay, the first thing I'm going to say is I got to talk about the set. Okay, the set was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Okay, like I talked last week about how great the Super Bowl performance was last year, and they had a pretty awesome set themselves. And it was kind of hard to imagine how you could top that. And what do? You get all these platforms and you dangle them out 50 feet in the air. So I could not have done that. I got to be honest with you. I don't know if those people got paid in any type of capacity, but hopefully they got a bonus because that was insane, yo. The visual was insane.
I even texted you, like, there at the very end of the performance, like, there was a close-up, and you could see the platform was shaking. I don't know if it was wind or what.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd be shitting myself, and she's, like, the perfect picture of composure. Hell no.
Right. I mean, Rihanna came out, and, she did a damn thing. She revealed the baby bump. I mean, everybody is, like, literally in the middle of the performance, Googling and texting and posting. What the hell is going on? Towards, by the end of the performance, which I thought was fantastic, I thought it was like one serious-ass dance party. I mean, she must have done at least 25, 30 of her hits into one insane mashup. It was crazy. Yeah. But by the end of the performance, we got people fighting about Rihanna and the baby bump.
Oh, yeah.
We got, is she pregnant? Oh, don't body shame her. Oh, what's up? I mean, it was like literally insane. I don't understand how Rihanna was able to break the internet during one of the biggest sporting events of the year, man. I mean, it was great. It was great.
It was interesting. That's for damn sure.
I mean, she went out there. I mean, and nobody knew, as she alluded in an interview before the show, that she was going to bring a special guest. There were some people out there for some freaking insane reason that thought Chris Brown was going to be there. I don't know why.
What?
Right. Somebody even asked. Chris Brown's currently in I believe he's in Germany performing on tour or something like that. Somebody even tweeted on social media, like, "Oh, Rihanna said it's gonna be a special guest. Chris Brown, is it gonna be you?" And he basically gave this person the bird and was like, "Dude, America's not." He said something like, "America's not for me right now." So I was like, "Okay, well, tell him why you mad, son." But yeah, I mean, it turns out the special guest is A$AP Rocky Jr. And big shout out to A$AP Rocky, for breaking America's hearts far and wide again. Because let me tell you something like this: there were a lot of people that were upset about the pregnancy for their own personal reasons. Whether you still had hope for a chance with Rihanna in some type of capacity or another, or if you realize with this baby you're not gonna get another album for another maybe 2 to 3 years. I mean, it just crushed a lot of people out there, and I was one of them for both reasons.
Yeah, A$AP Rocky, you out there? Like, can I call you ASAP? Respect, man. Respect. Yes, he did what many have tried and failed to do. He managed to lock Rihanna down and knock her up not once, which is an amazing feat in itself, but twice.
Twice. Lord have mercy, man.
And,
Big shout out to ASAP Rock.
He's very successful in his own right, but she's legitimately a billionaire. So like, homie, you gotta sit made. Like, you don't have to make another album again. Like, get that money.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And he was on the sideline cheering on too, being a nice little supporting
trophy husband.
I don't even know what the right trophy. I almost say trophy partner on it. It ain't even. My man was in full effect and playing his position, and I love it. I love it. He's a smart freaking guy, man. Smart guy.
Hell yeah.
Smart. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Last week we didn't get a chance to really talk about it, but we said we would touch on it tonight. And Mark, I just want to talk a little bit about the NBA trade deadline and some of the deals that have gone down. And I mean, let's just off the top of your head, who do you think benefited the most with this year's NBA shuffle? I mean, this year's NBA shuffle, it was insane.
I think it'd be hard pressed to argue against the Phoenix Suns coming out on top of that.
Yeah.
They went from I think 1,500 odds to win the championship to
like what, 16, something like that.
I think like 450 or something like that. Second behind the Celtics. So yeah, they got KD, and I don't think really overall they paid that much for him, because I mean he is a damn superstar still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they made out the best. Like long term, maybe Golden State. They did some moves that'll probably pay off like for the next 3 or 4 years. But in the immediate future, Suns.
Dig it, and it's hard to go against that, man. Biggest loser, of course, we all know, is the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, this season, this past year and a half, or maybe past 2 seasons, will probably go down as one of the biggest epic fails in NBA history. I just don't understand how you go from having 3 of the league's best players to none at all. It's just, I mean, I'm starting to say now, at the end of the season, somebody's got to get fired.
Yeah.
I feel like it. I mean, somebody has to get fired. Not only was it a cluster F with the players, I mean, it was with the coach. I mean, it's just all around, oh my God, I know Jay-Z's probably like, I'm so glad I'm out of there. I mean, honestly. And, I got to give a good honorable mention to, Kyrie going to Dallas. I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah.
But to me, that is the most useful. That it might not materialize immediately, but I feel like that will pay the most dividends, because there was nobody to me in the position that the Dallas Mavericks are in right now that was in more desperate need of help.
Yeah. I feel really bad for Dinwiddie, because he was looking really good the last couple weeks, and he gets sent to Brooklyn. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the team that you got traded from, I mean, we had that a couple of times. John Wall's back to the Houston Rockets. I mean, he literally I'm pretty sure he told them, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing one game, because I think they basically deactivated him and said, we're just gonna hold this guy as like a bargaining chip or something like that. I mean, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. And, it's tough for the other players on the team as well, because you come to an organization, or you play in an organization thinking that things are going to go one way, and then 2 months later, it's a completely different show. I mean, it's just really rough, really rough. Also, rough for my man Russell Westbrook, man. Traded him from the Lakers. I mean, they pissed me off so bad, I'm almost ready to denounce them, but I'm holding on for the sake of Kobe. Kobe will forever be in my heart. But Russell Westbrook to the Utah Jazz. That's another head scratcher for me. I feel like with Russell Westbrook's kind of style and dedication to me, I know he gets a bad rap, but you'd be hard pressed to name more than 5 players who work harder than the Brody. I mean, his work ethic is stellar. It seems like around the league he's loved by his teammates. I feel like most of the beef is with Russell Westbrook and the media.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm interested to see how that plays out. The Jazz, they're playing the Pacers tonight. I'm not sure if he's playing, but, they're up right now by 2, 45-43.
It was crazy, too, because there's notifications, popping up on the phone.
Yeah.
It was like Westbrook could be a trade option for the Lakers. And then it's like Westbrook not going anywhere. They're getting players that can support him and make him work in the Lakers system. And then suddenly he's traded. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Right. And then another strange thing, like almost immediately thereafter, Thomas Bryant, who had been doing very well, especially in the absence of Anthony Davis, there are reports that he was demanded to get traded, and then they dealt him off. So, I don't know what the hell going on over there in La La Land. But with the moves that they made with the young players, I think that they're slowly but steadily trying to take the reins out of the GM, LeBooty James, out of his hands and have a more forward-thinking approach.
Yeah.
Because, they basically got a slew of young players and draft picks.
Okay.
So, and one could even speculate that maybe, hey, they're preparing for him to leave in the next year or two.
They're probably crossing their fingers and praying.
Yeah. No doubt. Is there any other trades that really jumped out to you? Jay Crowder is going to the Milwaukee Bucks. That's good. He's a bruiser. They could use him.
Yeah.
That was an upgrade. What else? Anything else really jump out at me other than those? You got any other ones you want to talk about?
Nothing I can think of.
Okay.
Just kind of wonder what's going on with Gary Payton Jr., the second, whatever he's called.
Yeah, the second Gary.
How's he be on a team and then failed his physical, and then they trade anyway?
Hey man, I don't know. Ask the Mets. Yeah. So second half of the season is going to kick off. The NBA, it is All-Star weekend, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so. So, we'll be watching all the festivities and looking forward to talking about that with you guys next week. Everything has just been so crazy. Like, I don't even know who's participating in the dunk contest. I'm hoping that maybe John Morant is participating because he's one of the best high flyers in the league right now.
Yeah.
But I'm really not sure. There's been a lot of scratches, a lot of injuries, a lot of people getting boosted up, John Morant being one of them. This week I'll be boning up on all that is NBA All-Star and get myself ready to watch everything this weekend.
There you go. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. In a few minutes that we got left, we got any real on wrestling? Anything coming up? Anything you want to talk about?
This Sunday or this Saturday is their next pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber. That should be a good show. Check that out. Yeah. Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. Great storyline going there. Bone up on YouTube and look up their stuff.
Oh shit! Okay, all right. Really quickly before we end this show, okay, guys. So Mark did post a simulation on the show page. I did not get a chance to watch that. How did that go? What was the end result of that? Just for shits and giggles, just pure curiosity.
It was very different in that defense ruled this game.
Which I think I was expecting that. Like I was so happy that I didn't take the under because I was really leaning towards taking the under yesterday. Yeah.
But it was the same result. The Chiefs won like 13-10.
3-point victory, huh?
Yep.
Oh, nice. All right, cool.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, outside, look, we're going to wrap this joint up because, like I said, it is Hangover Monday. You know, the squad is tired. Squad's got to regroup for this week. Really thank y'all for coming out. Well, not coming out, tuning in tonight. Mark, you got anything else you want to say before we sign off? Any shout outs, anything?
Super Bowl ended, and you know, I don't know if you heard right afterwards. A veteran of 15 years in the NFL announced his retirement with a beer in a hand and earning his second ring. The monumental Chad Henne.
Yeah, that's how you do it. My man was drinking that beer. Thank God I did not have to go out there in that second half because they would have tore my ass up. Big shout out to Chad Henne, dog. Anything is possible.
Did you realize that he had another ring before?
Who's who?
The Chiefs.
Oh!
I didn't realize.
Was he on the team?
Yeah, I didn't realize he was.
Oh my God.
Too.
Well, hell, if you gonna collect them rings, I guess that's the way to go without having a grass stain on your jersey.
Right.
My man. All right, outside, that's all we got for tonight. You know how we end this show. Baltimore spread love, yo. Y'all continue to keep clean. I am Keisha. On the other end of the line is Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Peace.